Hello, youth of the Moraga Ward. David Stevenson asked me to make a video to you guys talking about something that I wish I had known when I was 16, or like what I wish I knew then. I hope I'm getting that right. Um, and so the first thing that I thought of when I thought of what I wish I knew then um, was who I was in high school and specifically how happy I was. Um, the last couple months I've been serving in the Denmark Copenhagen mission, and a fun fact about Denmark is that it is supposedly the happiest country in the world. But I can tell you after being here for a while, it's probably not true. The people are very content. They have everything they need physically. They're well taken care of, but they're definitely not happy. Um, and thinking back to who I was in high school when I was 16, I think I thought I was happy, but I think I didn't even know how happy I could be. So what I wish I knew then was I wish I knew what real happiness was. I wish I knew that that I could be that happy because of the gospel, because of my family. Um, since high school, I went to BYU Hawaii for a year and then was in North Carolina for 6 months as a missionary, and have been here in Denmark for the last 2 or 3. And I've learned what real resilient happiness looks like. What it looks like to hold those two opposites that we talk a lot about in the plan of salvation and the gospel, of being both having that innocence and having that pain and knowing what it means to suffer, but in order to have more joy, like it talks about in 2nd Nephi chapter 2. And 2nd Nephi chapter 2 verse 25 tells us that men are that they might have joy. And I have learned how much joy my family brings since then. My siblings are probably my best friends in this world, and my parents as well. Uh, since high school, I think I gained a better appreciation for them. Um, and I realized how thankful I am to God that He put those specific people in my life. I've learned how much I really like working. Um, Someone once told me that it's the chains we choose that set us free. It's those obligations that we make, those covenants that we make sometimes, that really bring us joy. So small habits I found bring me so much joy. Going on walks in the morning as a missionary, or taking time to do personal study and really read the scriptures and learn from them makes me so happy. Talking to my family every week makes me so happy. And so I think what I wish I had known when I was 16 is how much joy I could have. And that doesn't mean that every day is perfect, especially as a missionary. There's a lot of hard days, there's a lot of hard times, hard lessons, heartbreaks when people don't keep commitments, or have hard things happen in their lives, or your life personally. But I think I've learned that real happiness is resilient, that it really doesn't depend on outside circumstances. It doesn't depend on your friends or where you go to school or how much money you're making, or what you're going to do with your future. Happiness depends on who you are now. And someone once told me that especially as teenagers, it's easy to base your self-worth on things that are changing. But when you base your worth on how worthy you are in the sight of the Lord, then that can never change. That's something you will always have control over. And another thing that someone told me was that, in order to enter the temple, in order to be worthy, we're asked to be worthy but not perfect. There's always room to grow. There's always room for the atonement. I don't think God would have given us the atonement if He didn't want us to use it. And I know that changing through Jesus Christ gives us joy. It's a certain type of resilience. It's a certain type of faith and commitment that it takes to stand up when you fall down, and to continue when things are hard and when you're not as happy as you know you could be. But I know that gladness, glad is what the word is in Danish, joy, that's what it is. that joy that comes from living the gospel and comes from keeping the commandments and holding fast to our covenants is incomparable, and our families bring us so much joy. God truly has given us our families to bless us. And I know as a teenager, as a 16-year-old, it's easy to be angsty at your parents with your siblings, but trust and look forward to the time when you're really friends with them, and treasure those sacred moments and memories, because they will mean so much to you later in life. So that was my little what I wish I knew when I was 16. I hope it was logical enough to follow, but I love you guys and I hope you're doing well. And if any of you guys have any questions about missions or about other things I wish I'd known, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to hear from you guys. Bye!